BenQ Qube Z2, a phone with removable panels. The Shenyang Wang XYW3838 mobile phone appeared on the shelves in Taiwan about 10 years ago. The gadget is not quite ordinary. It is designed for a smoking consumer. The back panel of the phone is a cigarette case, and is made exactly like a branded pack of cigarettes of the Chinese brand Chonghua. Just like on the original packaging, the owner of such a device saw a health warning, but those who were not stopped by this could carry up to 7 cigarettes behind the plastic cover of the case. Toshiba Portege G450 became another device for those who are tired of monotonous design. The developers created a mobile phone with a split keyboard and very compact dimensions, only 36x98x16 m. In addition, such a smartphone weighs only 56 grams. But the most important innovation in the mobile device market, it connected to a laptop or desktop computer and distributed more than 3 megabits per second. For 2008, this was a really decent speed. Nokia 7600 is another result of the designer's search for new forms, which appeared in 2003. Externally, it resembles Game Boy, and in terms of functions, it surpasses it many times. On the back of the case, a camera was presented. The smartphone could play video, music, had an alarm clock, a calculator, Bluetooth function, and one of the most valuable at the beginning of the 2000s, stored games. Sharp touch wood show 8C telephone in a wooden case. Eco-friendly. Hop 1800 mobile phone. It makes calls, but does not accept SMS, does not have a phone book, and is generally simple. The world's smallest phone, the Nova EC107, weighs only 40 grams. The length of this miniature phone was 68 millimeters, and the width was 35 millimeters. With such modest dimensions, the Nova EC107 was equipped with a 2-inch touchscreen. In advertising posters, it was often hung around the neck as a pendant or was on a bunch of keys. At the same time, the mobile phone was not deprived of a touchscreen, internet access, a player, Bluetooth, and radio. John's phone calls, but does not accept SMS, and suggests writing down numbers on paper. Miccromax X for 5 Oven Go. On the back cover, there is a Bluetooth headset, which is charged from the phone. And what irony in the name of the phone! Microphone, a credit card-sized phone, makes calls and works with SMS. NEC Medias W 2-color screens, and this is not a joke. Nokia 3250 rotating block, looks very cool. Nokia 3650. Nokia 7600 amazed everyone with its shape. The phone's body resembled a human eye. Nokia N92 and N93 had rotating screens, like video cameras. Nokia 5100 is not afraid of water's temperature, handsome. Pantech Mosquito Repellent, a phone that generates ultrasound that repels insects. Thunder Super Radio, hi-fi phone and FM radio, but no one will steal it. Nokia Twist 7705 rotary keyboard, square body, key ring. Motorola Aura, which came out in 2008. Despite its bulky appearance, the smartphone weighs only 145 grams and opens in all directions so easily, as if it does not have any mechanisms holding the panels together. But there are still gears, and they are visible only from the back of the device. The phone's display is round. It is protected from scratches and other mechanical damage by a sapphire coating. Telson Tuck 1150 watch mobile phone. The phone looks more like a medical device or a gadget for a secret agent. The Telson Tuck 1150 is worn on the wrist and combines 3 devices at once. a mobile phone, a watch, and a removable digital VGA camera. At the same time, it has a fairly rich stuffing for 2004 models, good speakers, wireless eye headphones, voice user identification, a voice recorder, and a stopwatch. Well, and of course, go online. ZTE S312 solar-powered phone can go for months without recharging. The armored gadget for Neo, the Matrix phone, became one of those rare models released in a limited edition exclusively for fans of the universe. Of course, the heroes of the second and third films held the phone in their hands for only a few seconds, but the PR campaign became so large-scale that literally everyone knew about the new product. The geography of the release especially fueled interest. The gadget was available only to residents of the USA. Gadget for millionaires: GoldVish Le Million. The phone from the Swiss company GoldVish is considered one of the most expensive in the history of mobile devices. Externally, Le Million looks like a boomerang, but another expressive detail prevents you from saying this out loud. The body is made of 18-karat white gold and decorated with 120-karat diamonds. By the way, the back of the phone is also not simple. The panel is made of crocodile skin. In 2016, the Lenovo C Plus gadget was announced. It was both a phone and a wristwatch. It became possible to wear such a device on the wrist due to the movable body, which, like a caterpillar, folded right on the hand. At the same time, the maximum bending radius was less than 15 millimeters, so the picture was not distorted beyond recognition. On the back of the mobile phone, a leather cover was provided to avoid injury to the owner. The Nokia 888 flexible phone. The Nokia 888 mobile phone concept was proposed in 2005 by Turkish designer Tamer Nekisi at the Nokia Europe Benelux Awards 2005. The idea was to be a 5mm smartphone with a movable body that could be folded and placed in a compact pocket, worn as a bracelet, and, in general, do whatever you wanted with it. The Nokia N-Gage Gaming Mobile is the first console phone that went on sale in 2003. By the way, at first mobile games were exclusively the domain of Nokia, and this model was specially created to combine a console and a classic pipe. The main feature of the phone is the ability to play remotely and even communicate within the application with other participants. Alien smartphone Siemens Xelibri. The history of this model is the story of one of the major failures in the world of mobile technology. The years spent on development did not bring any results. Sales were so small that the subsidiary company ceased to exist almost immediately. Pocket cell phone Zanco Tiny T1.at the end of 2017. BenQ Media introduced a new super compact phone. The length of the Zanco Tiny T1 is 46.7 mm, its width is 21 mm, and its weight is about 12 grams. The model has a full keyboard with the classic layout of buttons. Samsung Serene is a mobile device created in 2005 in collaboration with Bang and Olufsen. The latter were responsible for the gadget's design. In addition to its non-standard case, Samsung Serene has a built-in DeX device and an automatic clamshell mechanism. The phone is compact, which is good, but very unusual. When folded, Serene looks more like something from your mother's cosmetic bag. The C91 Golden-Buddha mobile phone is made in the form of a round clamshell and is covered with symbols of Eastern teachings. The cover is decorated with an image of a lotus, as well as patterns that resemble its petals. They are both on the outside and inside of the gadget. The Hyundai MP 280 cell phone with perfume was released in 2005 and still failed to inspire potential buyers. Even the fair sex, which the creators of the gadget were targeting, preferred to buy the filling rather than the smartphone itself. The clamshell had several replaceable color panels from white to pink, and visually did not differ in either size or button arrangement. Marine phone C91 Starfish. The size of the touchscreen is 1.8 inches. On the rest of the screen, there are inclusions pebbles and 3 small speakers to listen to the built-in radio or music downloaded from the internet. In addition, the mobile device has Bluetooth, a camera, and a 2 GB memory card. Nokia 7280. Yes, it's a phone, not an MP3 player. The higher P7 pen phone is 150 mm high and fits well in a man's palm. However, the model is quite narrow, only 27 mm in length, which may seem inconvenient for those with large hands. It weighs 65 grams, and in order not to lose this pen, just use the special latch on the back of the case and attach it to the inside of your pocket. The front of the phone is divided into 2 parts: the display and the keyboard. Flip phone Sierra Wireless Voq experiments with the keyboard cannot leave smartphone manufacturers, even after years. Sierra Wireless went further than other companies. Instead of a display or keys located on the sides or around the gadget, a new solution appeared: a flip case. Completely ordinary in appearance, the Voq phone had a cover that folded to the side and revealed a full-size QWERTY keyboard. This Hublot phone from Touring looks like an extraterrestrial gadget. It has 2 screens, one of which is movable. It can be turned outward to take the form of a keyboard, or left on the side if the smartphone owner only needs one display at the moment. Phone in the form of an embryo Elfoid P1. The size of such a toy is only 20 centimeters. The gadget recognizes the gestures of its owner and transmits them at a distance, including the movement of hands, head, and eyes. This technology became possible thanks to the built-in video camera and motion capture system. The phone literally sees the person's emotions. Also, the gadget, although it did not copy the voice, was able to repeat the intonations of the owner. The Nokia Green Eco phone concept was proposed in 2010 by Chinese designer Daisy Cheng. The device looked like a test tube from a laboratory, although instead of blood, any sweet drink had to be poured inside. It was thanks to the soda that the mobile phone became operational. The liquid was split into oxygen and water, and the sugar was converted into energy, after which the resulting enzyme started the battery. Nokia 7700 was the predecessor of the N-Gage model. It was difficult to use such a phone because of its bulky appearance and inconvenient interaction of the owner with the screen using the stylus. It also had to be combined with a couple of keys on the case, and if the next model still had buttons on the side of the display, then to call from Nokia 7700, you could need a lot of patience when dialing a number. Try to cope with this thin pen. The Motorola Flipout featured a 2.8-inch screen that opened to reveal a full QWERTY keyboard. Despite having a 3.1 MP camera and running Android 2.1, its design was an odd compromise between screen size and keyboard usability. Serenata was a device that combined elements of a music player and a monument. Marketed as a music player with basic phone functionality, its eccentric design looked more like a gadget that would fit in a museum than for everyday use. The Plus Y was designed by a jeweler, and it was as ostentatious as it was impractical. This phone was not only luxurious, but also unnecessary pompous. Its design was awkward and its functionality left much to be desired, making it a poor choice for those looking for more than just flash. The Siemens Xelibri 6 was a fashion phone that also doubled as a compact mirror. Aimed primarily at women, featured 2 mirrors and a rather impractical design. The Virtu signature Bucheron Cobra cost $310,000, and only 8 units were ever made. The phone featured a gold and diamond Cobra design, making it one of the most ostentatious phones ever made. The Samsung Z130 was another model that focused on fancy rather than practical. Its rotating screen, designed to make video calls easier, was rendered useless by the small screen. While it was cool for gaming at the time, its design hasn't stood the test of time.